Hi, thanks for tuning in and welcome to Punk Fusion Kitchen. That's fusion as a melding of cuisines. On tonight's menu we have a sumptuous shellfish dinner online. We're going to be making Thai Style Mussels, wild-caught king crab legs, and some baby peas. Let's get started. First I'm going to start with cleaning the mussels. Preparing the mussels is going to be the most labor-intensive part of this meal. I got myself one big bag of mussels. These were harvested, they're farm raised, and it looks like they came from Coopville, Washington. So I'm going to dump them in the water and sort through them. And these are beautiful and they've got a wonderful seafood smell to them, or fresh seawater smell. So I'm going to do several rinses and go through them and find any of the broken ones and take those out. I found recipes for mussels including curried mussels, Thai mussels, Italian preparations. The Vietnamese have melded their cuisine with the French and done many wonderful dishes with them. You find them in many different restaurants and they're just wonderful. I used to get these when I lived on the East Coast, coming from Prince Edward Islands. They're easy to prepare, they're inexpensive, and they are so delicious when you prepare them the right way. I'm going to start preparing for the mussel dish, but in the meantime, I'm going to get our pasta started by making this Trader Joe's Italian capellini pasta. It's really nice and fine pasta. I think it goes very well with the mussels. So we're going to get our water boiling and get that started. So on to our Thai style mussels. I have here scallions, we have garlic, serrano peppers, cilantro, ginger. I decided to throw in some red onion just because it looks really good today. And I'm going to use something very Thai. This is a lime leaf. It actually dried out in the refrigerator, but it's still really good, trust me. You can just throw it into the broth and it works. Let's start with chopping up some wonderful scallions. I'm not going to make them too fine. We want them to hold their shape and their color in the broth. So I'm just going to do kind of a diagonal cut here. Put them aside in a bowl to add to our mussel pot. Beautiful. So the red onion, even though we have so many scallions, may seem a little redundant, but it has a different flavor. It's a little bit sweeter and it looks nice. So I'm just going to peel it and just thin slice up about half of this. And I'm just going to do just a fine cut. Pardon my eyes, I've been crying. The onions told me it's such a sad story. Anyway, we're working on the ginger now. I'm just doing a little bit of peeling here. Then I'm going to cut it up into some strips. I'm going to be adding it. It adds a lot of flavor to the broth. And they'll be big pieces, so the diner can pick them out or chew them up. I recommend eating a few pieces of ginger. Next, we're going to prepare the garlic. I say there's no such thing as too much garlic. I would use 2 heads. 2 heads are better than 1. Anyway, I start with a head here and give it a little, cut the end off, or you can do the smash technique. Oh, hello, onion. Smash it like that, which makes the skin really easy to come off. I'm just going to make a pile of these. Next we're going to cut up that famous cilantro. We're going to throw this in right at the end. We want to have it all ready, as you should always, especially in Asian cooking. Have all your ingredients prepped, so once you get that fire going, just start throwing them in. You don't have to stop and hunt for knives or get something ready. It's all at your hands. The preparation for the king crab legs is pretty simple. We're just going to steam them and make a low-fat butter dipping sauce. These are, as I said, wild-caught crab legs. They were found partying off the coast of Alaska, just drunk as hell, drawn in by some fishermen where they met their demise. In my kitchen. Just kidding, they weren't really. Anyway, catch the video Crab Legs Gone Wild after the show. There we go. We'll just try a little pre-bite. Make sure that it's good. Oh my god, it's so heavenly. Good. And this is where having everything prepared in advance comes to your aid. I'm going to start cooking the onions and the garlic, add the scallions and the ginger, and throw in the mussels and let it all cook up. Then we'll put in the wine and let it all simmer down for a few minutes, and then we'll be ready to serve our Thai mussels on top of our pasta with our peas on the side and our delicious crab legs as a very decadent side dish. Okay, here it all comes. The garlic, the ginger, the scallions. There's not going to be any room for the mussels. And now the piece of it, I can't say it, piece of resistance, if you know what I'm talking about. We'll put in the mussels. And I think that's about all that's going to hold. We're actually just going to stir the mussels around in the oil and vegetable mixture. Let that cook a little bit. See, it's like a dance. You're handling the pasta, you're handling the mussels, you're watching the peas, and you're listening to the crabs. It's like an orchestra. So I think we build up some heat here. I'm going to put in some wine. Lots of it. Let's put in a lot of it. Then I'm going to cover it and meditate. How can you not like a big steaming bowl of Thai style mussels over pasta with a nice soupy mix of wine and a little chicken broth, which I threw in garlic and the cilantro and the peppers and the ginger and the onions and whatever else I'm forgetting. We're going to throw in some salt and pepper, some lemon juice and cilantro at the very end. Put this on our pasta, and we're going to have these lovely crab legs, which are ready. We'll just eat these on the side. It's very much a decadent treat, although I'm using a low-fat butter dip. Really delicious. Couldn't resist myself. How often do you come across wild crab legs? Here we have our mussels and our delicious pasta with a lot of generous broth in there, the cilantro and lemon juice on top. We have our nice fresh green peas on the side here, fresh frozen from Trader Joe's, unbeatable. And then our decadent little side dish and those wild caught king crab legs. Then I dip into some low-fat butter. Bon appetit! Should be delicious.